So if you guys have been on Instagram long enough, then you already know that everybody photoshops everything. A lot of the time, especially celebrities and influencers.
I don't know if it's most of the time if it's them doing the photoshopping rather than maybe a photographer that they hired, but it happens a lot.
Yeah, like a lot. And a lot of the time it can be pretty bad. You can clearly tell that this thing is edited. Like, how can Kylie Jenner not look at her photo better than that before she uploads? Like, I just don't get it.
And if you guys are into kind of pointing out these Photoshop fails, then you are going to be very excited with the list that we've got for you today.
It's messy today.
Welcome back to Top 10 Beyond the Screen. My name is Johnny Rogers.
And I'm Mackenzie Smith.
And if you happen to be new here, don't forget to tap that subscribe button, click that like button as well. And if you want more videos like this one, all you gotta do is tap that playlist when it pops up.
It's just that easy. And yeah. Alright guys, that is all, and I guess let's get into this juicy, steamy, piping hot list.
Just jump right into it.
Yeah. Starting off at number 10, we have Kim Kardashian. Kim and Kylie were serving up some premium looks when they were shooting their promo for their fragrance collaboration. And it's hard to tell unless you're really looking, but if you zoom into their feet, you can see that Kim looks like she has 6 toes in this picture. And I just don't even understand why that would be the case. Like, were they trying to make one of her toes look smaller or something, so they cut it in half? And even crazier is that the picture is still up to this day, even though tons of comments have pointed it out. But Kim ended up addressing this online because she got so many comments about it, with some people thinking that Kim actually had 6 toes and it wasn't a Photoshop fail. So as a response, she posted some videos of her feet, saying, quote, "Everyone thinks that I have 6 toes and it's really wild," while pointing to a bump to the side of her foot, saying, "But it's this part of my foot that when I wear a shoe, it just looks like this, it just smashes down right there." Adding in this picture, "I don't know why, it looks like a 6th toe." So I mean, at least she admits that the picture looks very strange, and whether it's bad Photoshop or not, I guess can be left to the eye of the beholder.
Coming in at number 9, Khloe Kardashian. This is another one to do with extremities. Like, why do the Kardashian photoshoppers always seem to mess that up? But in this one, it's a picture of Khloe and she is heading out to a party at Diana Ross's house. But before she went, she decided to take some pictures of herself in front of a wall. But if you look closely at her fingers, you will see a big issue. On the left, it looks like she has 2 or 3 extra fingers or something. Then on the right, it looks like she's missing a finger or 2. Again, I have no idea why anyone would want to Photoshop their fingers, but clearly Khloe did, and it was a massive fail.
In at number 8, ARIANA Grande. This is another one that I'm absolutely shocked is still up on Instagram. But I guess a lot of celebrities have better things to worry about. So Ariana posted this amazing picture of her looking beautiful as always. And when you first look at the picture, nothing too crazy pops out, I bet. Well, that's until you look closer at her hand. And then it's just all question marks, because her hand literally looks stretched out to be like 8 or 9 inches or something, with her thumb looking the strangest. Like, I'm pretty sure it's double the length of a normal thumb. The post has comments turned off, and I'm assuming that's because all of the comments were calling her out for her Photoshop fail. Again, I'm just so confused why her hand needed to be altered like that. Like, is it supposed to make her look better? I don't get, like, why are people Photoshopping hands and feet? Like, I don't know.
In at number 7, Kylie Jenner. This Photoshop fail is so bad. I remember the first time that I saw it and thinking there was no way that is her real butt. There's no way that that's what it really looks like. As we all know, the Kardashians are very proud of their behinds, but after looking through their Instagrams, a good portion of their voluptuous figures seem to be thanks to Photoshop. And that is so clearly the case in Kylie's photo. Like, I don't even know how to describe it, but it either looks pulled up or pulled down, and I literally don't think it's possible for an to be that big. Also, the way her waist is like pulled down in the middle, I don't know, it just looks very off to me. And as you can expect, a lot of the comments were calling out her strange shape and pointing that the pockets looked abnormally big.
In at number 6, BROOKE. The best part about a celebrity Photoshop fail is when the celebrity knows it's taken place and looks ridiculous. And that's exactly what happened with BROOKE from Fifth Harmony. And when she realized one of her photos was terribly photoshopped, she took to Instagram to poke some fun at it, with her writing in the caption, quote, "When you're trying to look cute, even though you got 2 right feet." And she not only posted a photo of the fail, but she zoomed in perfectly so everyone could see that she literally had 2 right feet in the picture. One is crossed over the other, so that's probably why it was missed. But still, like, how could an editor let that happen? But again, I have to ask, like, literally, how does that happen? First, why do you need to edit or Photoshop her feet in the first place? And next, how is it possible to get to a place where you replace her real foot or leg with the other one?
In at number 5, Selena Gomez's hair. The warp tool is a common Photoshop tactic used by many to exaggerate an area of the photo or in some cases to slim people down. That being said, it is also the easiest Photoshop fail to spot, and even Selena Gomez has been caught using this tool. When celebrity makeup artist Hung Van Gogh shared these pics of Selena Gomez while working on a secret project, fans started asking questions. However, it had nothing to do with this secret project, but more so they were wondering why the wall over her right shoulder was so severely warped. This tool, like I said, is usually only this visible if someone is trying to shrink their waist, arms, or have their hips widened. From the looks of it though, whomever edited this photo was trying to either make Selena's hair look less flat, or they were trying to shrink her head a little bit.
So in at number 4, John Mayer. Okay, this one is just insanity. It's so obvious that John Mayer really was abusing Photoshop on this one. Either that or he hasn't figured out how to turn off the beauty filter on his phone's camera. Sometimes you don't even need Photoshop to get a look like that. If it was done through Photoshop, then this is just a big fail. I mean, it's a failure either way because no one is fooled that his skin is that perfect, like, come on. I think the fact that his friend's face basically looks the same as his face is what's really, turning the heads. The comment section was filled with people saying hilarious things too. One person said that they look like characters from the Polar Express, which definitely, hits the nail on the head. Great movie. I mean, they look like CGI people or Sims at the very, very least. Who knows though, maybe his friend was having, a really bad skin day and John just said, don't worry, I'll get my Photoshop on it. Just relax, But the smooth filter is a tough one, but you can like put it down so it's not as like, bam.
In at number 3, Zendaya. Now in a majority of these cases, if the photo wasn't posted to their personal Instagram, you know that whatever magazine they're working with will definitely be using Photoshop. However, one would hope that someone in that position of editing a cover or a photo for a shoot would do it properly at least. Unfortunately, that's not always the case. For Zendaya, she was very upset with Mondelez magazine after the publication released images of her, but they weren't what they had originally shot during her photo shoot. In response to this, Zendaya actually posted these side-by-side images and captioned the photo with, "Had a new shoot come out today and was shocked when I found my 19-year-old hips and torso quite manipulated. These are the things that make women self-conscious, that create the unrealistic ideas of beauty that we have. Anyone who knows who I am knows I stand for honest and pure self-love. So I took it upon myself to release the real pic, right side, and I love it. Thank you Mondelez magazine for pulling down the images and fixing this retouch issue."
In at number 2, Beyonce. So before we get into the blunder, I mean, obviously Beyonce looked absolutely amazing in this photo, so it makes it even more questionable why she would even choose to edit it in the first place. Honestly, she looked amazing. However, if you look at the staircase and you look at the about 5th or 6th step, looks a little sketchy. It really looked like she was just trying to give herself a thigh gap or something, but you can tell the staircase is not straight. Or if that is what the real staircase looked like, I think Beyonce needs to consult a carpenter or, somebody, because that is not, not up to code, I can guarantee that. So yeah, this one, it looks pretty obvious, unfortunately. Even Beyonce is still the best, but girl, you gotta watch for that Photoshop.
Last but certainly not least, on our number 1 spot, Lindsay Lohan. It's probably my favorite type of Photoshop fail when a celebrity actually talks about how they tried their best to crop something or edit a part of their photo. In this case of Lindsay Lohan, she had her followers dying of laughter when she posted this photo to her Instagram page and captioned it with, "My feet look red, had to take that out. Only real red is my hair." It's possible that she thought mentioning the crop she did on the photo would distract people from the other Photoshop fails, but it didn't. If you look closely towards Lohan's back and where the door meets where she's standing in the photo, you can clearly spot that she was also abusing that warp tool. I mean, it's already an awkward looking photo, but with the door warped so much like that, it just makes it all the more strange.
Alright, so after that hilarious list, who do you think was the worst that you saw?
The worst? The worst in my opinion was Lindsay Lohan, only because she tried to distract. She tried to, she still had to put out the photo. I'm like, couldn't you just take it another photo? Like,
yeah, no, that's not an opinion. That actually was the worst one. That one was awful. I was like, how did she post that to an Instagram?
Yeah.
Like, my mom wouldn't even post something that bad.
I don't know. It's blowing my mind. Most of these blew my mind. I'm like, I don't get it. I don't understand why people do this.
And then so many of the Kardashians having issues, like, who do they hire? Like, they're known for their Instagrams, they're socialite-y, they're celebrities now, of course, but they're known for that Instagram look.
Their plastic surgeon is definitely not editing the photos. That's
definitely not.
Because they did a better job with that. And that has been the top 10 celebrity Photoshop fails. Thank you so much for watching. My name has been Johnny Rogers.
And I've been Mackenzie Smith.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and check that playlist when it comes up on your screen. From Top 10 Beyond the Screen, we'll see you later.
Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.